finds your signs and your actions to be disorderly in public, okay, then that is a charge, and we can ask you to leave. And failure to do that, you can get arrested.
Get your commanding officer out here because this is political free speech and I'm protected under the First Amendment.
Some road cops think they are invulnerable as they terrorize innocent civilians until they get humbled. Today, we'll look at instances where good and not so good cops collide. In August 2020, police officers in Bowie, Maryland received a call about a man publicly protesting, holding up an offensive sign. A female officer responded to the call and soon arrived on the scene.
Give you a hard time or anything, but I can't let you hold up that sign.
I'm sorry, the First Amendment protects my free political speech. You're live on YouTube, video and audio recorded.
That's fine, sir. Your sign's a little vulgar and it's upsetting people.
It doesn't matter, you're not the free speech police.
I understand that, sir.
I have a constitutionally protected right to say whatever I want. I'm politically protesting Governor Larry Hogan. It's my First Amendment right on the right to petition, my right to redress of grievances, and my right to file a complaint in any manner I feel fit. By the way, I'm not trespassing. I'm on public property. I'm on a public crosswalk. I'm doing nothing wrong. I got a sign that you find offensive. That's not a law. Where in the Maryland Criminal Code does it say you cannot have an offensive political sign?
The officer cordially greeted the man and told him it wasn't allowed for him to hold up his sign. The protester wasted no time in defending his right with the First Amendment.
I understand. We just got a call for it.
I understand you got a call. You made your best shot. I'm not leaving because I haven't broken any laws.
At this point, there was also a male officer present. The female officer tried to explain that he had been reported by someone, but he still didn't care.
Hey.
Okay, there's a thing called disorderly conduct.
I can't hear you.
There's a thing called disorderly conduct. If somebody finds your signs and your actions to be disorderly in public, okay, then that is a charge, and we can ask you to leave. And failure to do that, you can get arrested.
Get your commanding officer out here because this is political free speech and I'm protected under the First Amendment.
Now, the male officer decided to step in and explain to the protester that he could be taken in for disorderly conduct, but even that didn't scare him.
Why are you shaking so much? Are you on the influence of anything?
Oh, now you're going that route, trying to say I'm on drugs.
I'm asking you. You're shaking like a leaf.
The male officer then asked the protester if he was under the influence of any or illicit substances.
Sir, we're not trying to be nasty to you or anything like that.
It's free speech and you can't do anything about it. Call your state's attorney's office. I talk to my lawyers every day. I'm in the newspapers.
Sir.
Every state's attorney's office reviewed it and said you can't do anything about it. It's free speech. You're not even supposed to be talking to me.
Sir, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with that.
Okay.
You're right. You're right about free speech. We have a call because people are offended by your sign. So.
But I didn't offend them. They offended themselves by not liking the choice of words I have for the governor.
The female officer tried to be nicer to the protester, but she was only interrupted by the man.
How long are you going to stand out here for?
Both officers are left speechless. Not sure what to do next, the female cop then asked the protester how much longer he was going to be standing there. She then walked over to have a conversation with the male cop in private about the situation and what to do.
You live around here, sir?
I'm not making any statements.
Okay.
Other than the fact I haven't committed any crimes and you know it.
Hey, sir, I never said you committed a crime.
You said I was disorderly in public, and I'm not.
No, actually, I didn't say that.
I'm engaged in constitutionally protected activity, and you cannot make any law that will infringe upon it, nor apply any law that infringes upon it.
Sir, all I did was tell you why I'm here.
Okay.
I called about your sign.
This guy said I'm disorderly.
I said if somebody
Question
finds
for
your
you.
actions to be disorderly, then they would be disorderly, right?
No, absolutely not.
That's
My
exactly
my
what
free
I said.
speech is
So
not
you want
contingent
to-
upon someone else's emotions.
Okay.
You know that.
After speaking for a couple of minutes with her colleague, the female cop turned to ask the protester if he resided in the area, but he refused to answer the question.
What was your name?
Officer McKenzie.
Mackenzie?
Yes, sir.
Arnold? B. Arnold. Am I being detained? No, I'm free to go. I'm free to continue protesting also.
You're free to stay here too.
Absolutely, it's a free country. I'm glad you know that. Make sure you recognize that when you try to charge me with disorderly conduct because you don't like the content of my free speech.
The protester asked what the female officer's name was and read the male officer's name off his uniform. He then asked them if he was being detained.
Why are you being nasty?
Because I don't like it when cops try and tell me what is and is not allowed on a political
You
sign.
didn't do that. We told
This
you.
guy did. He said that my free speech could be considered disorderly because someone got offended and has thin skin. I'm sorry, but every person on Facebook named Karen doesn't determine my free speech rights. I mean, seriously. I mean,
You're a
I don't.
nasty dude. You know that?
I am a nasty
You
dude.
know, if you want to get your point across, if you're just a little nicer to people.
Why would I care? This is my message verbatim. This is right from my heart.
Well, there's
This
no
is
reason-
my deep felt political belief. It's my protected free speech,
That's
and I'm going to
fine, but
continue
you're
to
going all
display
about
it.
the wrong way.
What's the right way?
Be kind to us. We haven't been nasty to you at
This
all.
guy said he's going to arrest me for
I didn't say I was
disorderly.
gonna arrest you. Rewind the tape. I
Kinda
said
done.
you could be if someone found your conduct to be disorderly
You're
and disturbing the peace, okay?
Officer McKenzie asked the protester why he had to be so hostile, but this just sends him on another angry rant.
Dude,
I
man.
think I'm out of my mind.
Oh, you think I'm crazy because of my thoughts?
You take a video of your sign? That's pretty good. That's a real mature.
It is at my level.
I think,
Let me tell you,
so your
it's-
level's like a high school. Your level's like a high school.
Creative. You went all out on the side.
I did.
That's the level of your intelligence.
This is the level of my intellect, absolutely. Yep. This is how smart I am, is that I'm out here holding a sign instead of working in the heat, wearing a diaper on my face, trying to arrest people that I disagree with, which is what you're doing for a living.
Officer Arnold goes over to the protester's vulgar sign and makes sarcastic comments about it, calling it mature. But the protester remains proud of his obscene sign and makes fun of the officer.
So we're just waiting on your whatever, sergeant, commanding officer.
Pulling up right now.
Where?
The police supervisor finally came to the scene and was briefed on what had happened earlier.
So, if you're sitting out here holding a sign, I don't really have a problem with that.
You do, because you stopped and told me I'm going to jail. That guy did. No, you didn't. You've been nice. This guy's not been very nice.
Anyway, you can 10.2 David 60 begin.
Sir,
Look, I didn't mean to. I just said that.
Yeah, you said you're going to throw me in jail for free speech. I'm not hearing it. Have a good. I'm not talking to you. I'll talk to this lady.
That's just an unobservant
All right.
synopsis of what I
Okay.
said.
okay, so we came out here because we got a call. We have to come out for everything. I understand you have your rights, freedom of speech, all that. This is considered a protest, right? You're peacefully protesting,
It is.
correct?
Right. Have I lit any cities on fire today?
No, sir.
Come on.
So, listen, hear me out, right? So as long as you're not jumping in traffic or causing any harm to people.
Or running with scissors,
all
or
that stuff.
taking candy from strangers,
Whatever
getting in
you
the back of a van. I know.
Whatever you said.
Yeah.
Whatever you said. You want to stand here and hold the sign?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. So we clear.
Have a nice day.
Hey, you too, buddy.
I will.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Same to you.
Have a good day.
You too.
The protester also claimed that Officer Arnold had threatened to arrest him, but left it out of his briefing. Shortly after, the case was settled and the cops left him. The protester, Sean Porter, took his protest across the state to Ocean City, and their police department had something to say about it. However, in the next instance, this officer had a heated argument with his supervisor.
And that's something you get bit for talking on the radio. Don't talk on the radio. You don't talk on the radio, why didn't you voice that over the radio? You try to do your job, Why are you doing your job? You're missing a crossing. You're supposed to let me know. I swear to God, man. You done came to the wrong department. I can't stand this place.
On the morning of February 15th, 2022, the Fairfax County Police Department got a call about a suspicious vehicle parked overnight in the 8300 block of Fitt Court in Lorton, Virginia.
Fairfax County Police and Fire, how may I help you?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello, Fairfax County Police and Fire.
Yes, good morning, sir. My name's I live over at Raceway Farms over by Port Belvoir. I just had a quick question. I had this maroon van that was outside my house all night. I believe people are living in it. I've seen it in the neighborhood before, so not overly concerned with them until I just a burner was found on my network, and I think it possibly could be from them. And we've had a lot of break-ins in our neighborhood recently with people like going into garages and stuff.
Okay, is this vehicle still there?
Yes.
Okay, what's the address?
A community member called the cops to report a suspicious maroon-colored van in the neighborhood, and Officer Trevor Jones was dispatched to look into the matter.
South Carolina tags. I'll tell you what, as a matter of fact, on this one, just hang in the car for a second. Like I said, and I'll figure out what's going on. Or if you want to get out, that's fine. Just stay back, okay?
Body cam footage shows the officer arriving on the scene. Before exiting his vehicle, he gave instructions to the recruit he had come with, who was only participating in a ride-along. Officer Jones exited his car and walked up to the reported van, trying to see if there was anyone inside.
Hey, good morning. All right. Let me run this tag real quick. Stolen. Well, this turned into something a lot different.
With no response from anyone who could have been in the vehicle, the officer returned to his car to run the license plates of the van. After checking the North Carolina license plates on the van, Officer Jones discovered it was stolen. Now dealing with a car theft case, he couldn't continue his initial task. Little did he expect a call from his supervisor next.
Hello? Hey, what's up? So, I told my ride-along, I was like, let's knock out this suspicious person before we go to our crossing, and sure enough, the tag's stolen. It's on the right vehicle, but the tag's listed as stolen. I'm not sure if it was never taken out, but, I mean, it looks like someone is living in the car, but we can't see into the back windows or anything, which is kind of concerning, so... No.
The officer explained to his supervisor the situation he had gotten into and why he would not be able to cover a school crossing that he had been assigned.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
The supervisor instructed Officer Jones on the more proper way he would have dealt with the situation instead of sending a message to the dispatcher.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I had let the dispatcher know before you arranged that with her. Okay. All right, I wasn't trying to bother anyone. That was my main thing.
The supervisor further lets Officer Jones know that he had spoiled his arrangements, but the officer had a few words to say in his defense.
Complicated it gets.
Okay.
So, if you ever have any issues with the process, tell me, or at least voice it
Sure thing.
to the dispatcher so I can hear it.
Okay.
Sending the dispatcher a message makes my life more difficult. And it makes her life more difficult too, because she shouldn't have to deal with it.
Okay.
But then she sends out a message saying, hey, I'm going to handle this crossing, and I may get it or I may not. Send what I can. If I'm away from it, I'm going to hear it.
Okay.
If you call me,
The supervisor once more reminded the officer not to send a message to the dispatcher in such a situation.
I'm sure.
okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
The supervisor is done and ends the phone call, and even though Officer Jones still had things on his mind, he didn't say them.
And that's something. You get bit for talking on the radio. Don't talk on the radio. You don't talk on the radio. Why didn't you voice that over the radio? You try to do your job. Why are you doing your job? You're missing a crossing. You're supposed to let me know. I swear to God, man. You done came to the wrong damn department. I can't stand this place.
The call ends, and only now does Officer Jones say how he truly felt about the matter, even subtly discouraging his ride-along recruit from joining the department.
But I can give you my daughter's,
Officer Jones confirmed the Virginia license plates matched the van. He called the registered owner, but something unexpected happened during their conversation.
phone number.
Hey! Do not know! When the tow truck driver, who had by now arrived on the scene, opened one of the doors of the van, a man was seen in the van holding a rifle.
10-4 cameras restricted. Bravo, 6-11 Bravo, what's
Do not move!
10-4 cameras restricted. Shots fired. 6 Bravo, redirect.
Don't pick up the gun or you're gonna get it again! Don't pick up that gun or you're gonna get it again! Do not touch the gun or you're gonna get it again!
Do not move!
Do you understand? Do not move!
Don't move!
Do not move! The officers took cover and Officer Jones reshot the man, threatening to again if the man didn't comply.
One subject shot, one subject down. Start EMS.
10-4, direct fire.
He reported that the subject was shot and requested the medical team. The officers rushed to the man to administer first aid, during which they found another fire.
Please let me. Please let me.
Do you have any?
Please let me die.
Buddy, we're going to do everything we can to save your life.
I don't want to.
We're going to do everything we can to save your life.
I don't know.
Where's it
I
hurt?
don't know where I'm hurt.
It's right here.
Hit in the head. Where my head? Oh, come on. No, don't stop it. Go in my car in the back. There's a little bag. Please let me bleed out. Please. Fuck. Please, Jesus. Let me bleed out, please. Just tell my parents I love them. Tell my mom I love them. Tell my parents I love them. Tell my mom I love them.
While attending to the wounded man, he asked the officers to let him die and requested that they tell his parents he loved them, but instead, they took him to a hospital. Meanwhile, Officer Trevor Jones was not charged, as his actions were determined to be reasonable by the court. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, we witnessed instances where bad officers were humbled by their law-abiding colleagues. Hopefully, more officers will receive thorough training to improve their judgment. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these.